To an Ottawa long-term care home now in lockdown for the second time in weeks because of a COVID case amongst the staff. There's an indication tonight vaccine uptake in long-term care workers is not nearly as high as residents. CTV's Jeremy Sherrill has more.
Something needs to be done to protect our elderly.
Melanie Day is getting set to visit her husband at this long-term care home. But her visit is limited. Extended Care Medics has put in place its outbreak protocol due to a COVID case among staff. This despite the fact that her husband and nearly 90% of residents here have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.
He's not allowed to leave his room. He eats in his room. Everything is done in his room. I was under the impression anybody working in long-term care was vaccinated.
But that's not the case. Ottawa Public Health says based on data collected from 23 out of 28 long-term care homes in the city, OPH estimates that the long-term care home staff uptake for the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine to be approximately 58% on February 25th.
Clearly a problem. Obviously, we want to have that number as close to 100% as possible. We really need to work with the people that have not yet been vaccinated to really ensure we have a good understanding of as to why that's the case. You know, have they been given opportunities for vaccination? Do they have questions about vaccination?
Extended Care says it continues to encourage all of its staff to be vaccinated. It says it held an on-site vaccination clinic here today, and as a result, 77% of its staff have now received at least one shot. Still, Day says more should be done.
It should be mandated. If you work with the elderly in long-term care, retirement homes, in their homes, you should be mandated to get the vaccine.
But experts say legally that could be difficult.
I would say certainly it's possible. However, it's far from certain. There would be arguments in favor of imposing a vaccination program with respect to COVID-19 in particular industries, and the healthcare industry specifically.
Being vaccinated against the virus hasn't provided the level of freedom Day had hoped for her husband. She says if it was up to her, things inside the home would be different.
You don't want to get vaccinated. I don't want you caring for my husband.
Jeremy Sherrill, CTV News.